exit question on Comey. We got other stuff to cover. Again, raise your hand if you want to end the conversation.
Will he look good in orange jumpsuit? Yes.
No. Your three choices are, well, your four choices. Case gets thrown out, pleads guilty, acquitted, convicted. Thrown out, pleads guilty, acquitted, convicted. Dan,
Acquitted.
acquitted. Sean,
I think he gets convicted.
Case will be thrown out. All right. Yesterday, the president talked about George Soros, who he talks about a lot, but he also talked about Reid Hoffman, who is given, I think, hundreds of millions of dollars to Democratic causes. In fact, I think he might have given more than Soros in politics, not all the social stuff Soros does. And we talked last night on 2 Night. There's really not necessarily an analog for Reid Hoffman. I mean, he really has been.
Oh, I mean, that's
No, there
I
are
just
people. No. There are people give a lot of money. There are people give a lot of money, but I don't know that anybody's except the possible exception of,
Adelson.
of Adelson, with the possible
Yeah.
exception of Adelson. But Reed's been involved in a different way. I don't get the weeds on it. But there's not a lot of people in modern American politics like him. Let's just say that in terms of his checkbook. So, Sean, what will come of the president on this stuff? Stephen Miller talks about it. They talk in a shadowy way about how there's connection between these people's giving and violence. What will actually come of this?
I'm going to give you a Dan answer right now, which is I don't know. And I say that because I think the how is going to matter. If they just throw a bunch of mud at the wall, then my answer is going to lean towards not much. If they're actually surgical about this and go after some of the did they violate certain campaign finance laws, then I think something could come of it. But the how is going to matter.
Dan, let me ask you this. If you were an advisor to Reid Hoffman or to Soros, and they said, we don't want to go the pokey, we don't want to have our subpoenas, whatever, like who would you hire? What lawyers, what PR people? How would you approach this looming threat?
Well, I mean, I would tell them to hire good lawyers, which I'm sure they have. They're incredibly wealthy people. I would be surprised if they broke laws because they're incredibly wealthy, sophisticated people. Um, I think I don't think either of them will stop doing what they're doing. And I think it's just an attempt to try to not harm George Soros or Alex Soros or Reid Hoffman. It's the lower ranked donors who don't want to spend a few $1 million because they're not billionaires and they can't afford this. All you're trying to do is intimidate and get people out of supporting democratic causes. I mean, it's a raw politics move. I mean, that's all it is. And by
Okay.
the way, Sheldon Adelson, God rest his soul, before he died, I believe in 2016 spent over $100 million on Trump. I mean, they're the
closest.
pretty.
They're the closest.
Yeah.
Reid has more operational involvement. That's why I think he's a little bit different. They just write checks. He's got his political team is more.
I will say this.
Yeah, but both of them have people that they've hired, ex staffers that do this stuff.
No, but the difference is, I believe, I may be wrong, is based on my sense of things. The Adelsons just write checks. They're just like, here's a check, go spend the money. Reid's operation is more involved in, we need the latest technology. Who's
Sure, yeah, in that regard. Yeah, but I mean,
different.
look, to me, it's ridiculous. It's like the whole thing about Act Blue. I mean, it's just try to break the party.